He defeated an entire chess system, became world champion, and then refused to defend the crown. So what happened to Bobby Fischer, the man who wanted chess more than anything? The warning came 16 years earlier, in New York. Fischer was 13. His opponent was one of America's strongest masters. With his queen under attack, Fischer did not move it. He offered it. This is the story of how Fischer changed modern chess and why his greatest strength could never give him peace. The game was played in the Rosenwald Trophy tournament at New York's Marshall Chess Club. Fischer would finish only in the lower half. But one game made the chess world stop and look. At first glance, Fischer's queen is trapped, but look past the queen. White's king cannot castle. Black's rook controls the open file, and every active piece is pointed toward the king. Fischer played bishop to a6. Byrne took the queen, but after bishop takes c4, check, the real idea appears. The queen was not thrown away. It was exchanged for time, checks, and a coordinated attack. Then came a chain of checks. The knight jumped with tempo. The bishop cut across the king, and Fischer collected material before Byrne could reorganize. The queen was powerful, but it was alone. Fischer did not see a queen sacrifice first. He saw checks, exposed kings, and pieces working together. Only then did the queen become expendable. One brilliant game can make you famous, but it cannot make you world champion. For Bobby Fischer, the hardest part was still ahead. For more than a decade, he kept climbing. By 1970, Fischer had become something different, not just a prodigy, but perhaps the strongest player on earth. His performance at the Palma Interzonal earned him a place in the candidates' matches. Then came one of the greatest streaks in chess history, 6-0 against Mark Taimanov, another 6-0 against Bent Larsen, then victory over former world champion Tigran Petrosian. The road to the crown was no longer a dream. It was inevitable. Only one obstacle remained: Boris Spassky, the reigning world champion. Their meeting would become far more than a chess match. It would become one of the defining moments of the Cold War. In 1972, the World Chess Championship became far more than a game. To millions of people, it was East against West, the Soviet Union against the United States. And at the center of it all stood Bobby Fischer. Days before the match, it almost collapsed. Fischer objected to prize money, cameras, and playing conditions. For a moment, the greatest chess match in history seemed destined never to begin. Then, disaster. Fischer lost the opening game after capturing a poisoned pawn. When Game 2 arrived, he never appeared. The point was awarded to Boris Spassky. The score was now 2-0. Many believed the match was already over. Instead of giving up, Fischer demanded a quieter playing room. Spassky agreed. From that moment, something changed. Fischer began winning, and the momentum of the entire match shifted. Most people remember Bobby Fischer for brilliant sacrifices, for impossible combinations, for spectacular attacks. But those weren't his greatest strength. What truly made Fischer different was that he almost never needed miracles. He simply reached better positions than everyone else. Fischer once said, "I don't believe in psychology, I believe in good moves." That wasn't confidence, it was his philosophy. Every move improved something, every exchange had a purpose. Every pawn helped create a better position, so instead of watching for sacrifices, watch something much harder to see. Watch how Fischer quietly makes every one of his pieces better. After losing the first game and forfeiting the second, almost everyone believed the match was already over. But Fischer refused to disappear. He won Game 3, held Game 4 to a draw, then won Game 5. Suddenly, the impossible had happened. The match was tied, 2.5 to 2.5. Now, with the match tied, Game 6 would decide who would take control of history. Many people expected another tactical masterpiece. Instead, he quietly removed every good move Spassky had. No brilliant sacrifices, no impossible combinations, just better chess, move after move. His position improved, while Spassky's position slowly collapsed. When the game ended, Boris Spassky joined the audience in applauding, not because he enjoyed losing, but because he recognized that he had just witnessed one of the finest positional masterpieces ever played. Over the remaining games, Fischer never gave the lead back. On September 1st, 1972, the match ended. Bobby Fischer had defeated Boris Spassky by 12.5 points to 8.5. For the first time in 24 years, the World Chess Championship was no longer in Soviet hands. The greatest chess dynasty in history had finally been broken. Winning the World Championship changed everything. Bobby Fischer was no longer just a chess player. He became an international celebrity. Millions followed his games. Children wanted to become the next Bobby Fischer. Wherever he went, the world expected perfection. Fischer demanded perfection from himself and from everyone around him. He argued with organizers, disputed tournament conditions, refused compromises that other players accepted. Some saw extraordinary principles. Others saw an increasingly isolated man. Whatever the explanation, the distance between Fischer and the chess world kept growing. As the years passed, many people wondered what had happened. Some believed the immense pressure of fame had taken its toll. Others suggested undiagnosed mental illness. Some pointed to years of isolation, or to Fischer's lifelong distrust of institutions. The truth is, no single explanation has ever been universally accepted. What is certain is that the man who had inspired millions was becoming increasingly disconnected from the world around him. In his later years, Fischer's public statements became increasingly controversial. He made openly anti-Semitic remarks. He expressed extreme anti-American views. After the attacks of September 11th, he publicly praised the events. Those statements shocked much of the chess world and deeply changed how many people remembered him. His brilliance at the board remained unquestioned. But the public conversation had become about far more than chess. And then the greatest player in the world simply disappeared. After becoming world champion, Bobby Fischer never played another official world championship match. The throne remained. The champion did not. Year after year, the chess world waited. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. New world champions came and went. Yet one question never disappeared. Would Bobby Fischer ever return? In 1992, after 20 years away, Fischer finally returned. His opponent, once again, was Boris Spassky. The rematch attracted worldwide attention, but because it was held in Yugoslavia during international sanctions, playing the match also brought serious legal consequences. It would become the final major event of Fischer's chess career. In his final years, Fischer lived quietly in Iceland, far from the spotlight that had once followed him around the world. He died there in 2008, at the age of 64, the same number of squares that make up a chessboard. How could someone conquer the chess world and then simply walk away? Perhaps there is no single answer. Bobby Fischer left behind questions that historians still debate, But one thing has never been questioned: his chess. More than 50 years later, players still study his games, still admire his precision, still learn from his ideas. Because while champions win titles, legends change the way the game itself is understood. And Bobby Fischer did exactly that.